All right, let's go, man. Let's get into it. Obviously, some hoops tonight. You know what I'm saying? Back on the basketball content. And let's talk about it, man. I really haven't covered this series because let's be for real. This series is, we're going to get into it. OKC, man. What's up, bro? SGA, one of my favorite players in the league. You know what I'm saying? I don't got an SGA up here. You know, it is what it is. But, SGA, man. Let's talk about it. Can the Thunder end this tonight? You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, the elephant in the room is that Zion Williamson is out for the series, but we're gonna talk about that right now. Now, here we go. And very unprofessional with me to not have SGA, the best player in this whole series, on the top of the screen. SGA, man. SGA is one of the best players in the league. I think I talked about it on my podcast with CEO and Brandon that if he got MVP, I wouldn't be mad about it. I mean, I'd rather have him win MVP than Luka. So, it is what it is there. I mean, SGA, he's carrying this. He's the leader of this I wouldn't say he's carrying. We're going to talk about the rest of the OKC team, but he's the leader of this OKC, the Thunder team. I don't know why I can't say that. He's the leader of this Thunder team, and he's the best player on the court, whether Pelicans or the Thunder. And he's the driving force of this team. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, come on, bro. Dude's averaging 31 points, averaging 7 to 11 assists. He's facilitating the offense. I mean, bro, he's a top 10 player, maybe even top 5 player in the league right now. Because let's be for real. LeBron and KD are almost out. LeBron, KD, even though I think Steph is still in somewhat of his middle towards the end of the prime, him being an idiot, go watch my video on that, him being an idiot and re-sign with Golden State unless they get another all-star player on him, a prime young all-star player around him. He ain't winning the championship anytime soon. So we could put SGA in the top 5, realistically speaking, especially if he goes to the second round. And I mean, Chet Holmgren, he's doing his job. I think Chet Holmgren, I wouldn't say he's overrated, but people overhype him a little bit too much. I mean, Chet Holmgren does his job. He's nowhere near Victor Wembanyama. I'm sorry, Victor is 10 times better than Chet Holmgren on every single day. You know what I'm saying? But he does his job. Good defensive player. He can shoot. He can post up. He can play defense. So, he can get the rebound. So, hey, he does his job. So can the Pelicans win tonight? I don't think so. Number one, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Zion. Zion showed strides this year. This was Zion's coming out party. Zion balled out this year. He stayed healthy the majority of this year. When I mean by this year, I mean the regular season. Ever since that in-season tournament where he choked, and Shaq and Charles Barkley got on his ass and said, bro, if you're going to be a superstar, if you're going to be the face of the league, going to be that guy, you need to show up in big games. And he showed up in the big game. He showed up in that playing tournament. The dude had 33 and 12? He showed up. Unfortunately, the biggest concern of Zion is he got injured. And he's most likely going to be out for game 4. But even in game 4, I don't even know if he can win. I don't even know if they can still win. I mean, he's going to mess up the chemistry. And I'm just going to keep it real. I don't know, man. Let's talk about another player. Can we get off the fact B.I. is not a number 1? Can we just get off that fact? B.I. is not a number 1. I'm sorry, he's not that guy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Brandon Ingram, he's just... Listen. B.I. is a glorified number 2. He's a glorified number 2. For some reason, this guy thinks he's a number 1. A couple years ago or a year ago, or maybe, no, it was a couple years ago because Zion didn't really play last year. But him and Zion were fighting for control over the Pelicans to see who will be the number 1 player on that team. Now, granted, he hasn't done that lately, to his credit, but B.I., you're not that guy, bro. You are not that guy. Obviously, Zion's the alpha on the team. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You could be a great number 2. You could be a great Scottie Pippen, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving with the Cavs. That's your role, bro. That is your role. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's talk about the biggest problem on this team. It's CJ. It's time to come off the bench, bro. It is time to come off the bench. CJ, I tried. CJ, I actually kind of liked you back when you were with the Portland Trailblazers. I thought you were good. Thought you were good, bro. But it's time for you to come off the bench. You are not a starting. You're old and you just can't show up, bro. As the veteran guy on that team, you're not showing up. You're not leading these boys to success. Like if you can't get a veteran like Mike Conley that can help a cat and an ant and a Rudy Gobert, then you should be getting a young talent around Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. CJ's not a. If CJ wants to come off the bench, that's fine. Or if you can you put him at the 2? I don't know if you put CJ McCollum at the 2, but CJ gotta go. He has to go. And you know, shout out to someone I watch, Chronicles of Judah. He even said it himself. He doesn't see CJ as a starting point guard in this league. He said that years ago, and I'm just starting to see it now. CJ, bro, you cannot. Like, you're the veteran guy. You're supposed to be leading this team and seeing what they can do. The mistakes that are going on, that's your fault. That's your fault. B.I. don't know anything. Zion don't know anything. Hassan Jones and Jonas Valanciunas, they don't know anything. You're supposed to be the veteran leadership. And unless he wants to come off the bench, which is highly unlikely, I suggest, you know, you get an all-star at point guard. Go get Trae Young. Clearly, the Hawks need to move off of Trae Young because the whole Trae Young experience failed miserably. It failed miserably. Let's be for real. It failed miserably. And maybe if the Hawks are going to rebuild, then, you know, you give them CJ and a couple first-round picks, and you have Trae Young with B.I. and Zion and Jonas Valanciunas. That would be amazing. But once again, CJ, I think CJ is the oldest player out there, I believe. I think I think OKC has Gordon Hayward, but I mean they're around the same age. But CJ, you're the starter, you're the veteran. You need to lead those boys to victory. It is what it is. But can the OKC Thunder win this series tonight? I believe they will, especially if Zion's not playing, and even if Zion is playing, you know Zion's gonna have to Zion hasn't played in what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so you know he's gonna have to get his feet under him. And we all know, I mean, look at Kawhi now. Kawhi's still trying to get his feet under him, and they're down 2-1. They're down 2-1. I believe the OKC Thunder will, do their thing. And by the way, I didn't want to put him up here because, you know, he's very controversial. Well, he's not controversial, but, you know, I just didn't think about putting him up here. Josh Giddey, you know, he's out there averaging 15. That's his favorite number, 15. You know what I'm saying? Averaging 15 to 20. I mean, I know 20 is not his favorite number, but 15, definitely his favorite number. If you know, you know. But you know what I'm saying? But Josh Giddey, like this OKC team. Now, granted, do I see them going to the finals? No. But at the same time, they just need veteran leadership. They need veteran leadership. Go look at my Kevin Durant video. Go look at my Kevin Durant video. If OKC gets Kevin Durant at the 4, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, they ain't messing with them. They are not messing with them, bro. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They actually need a championship veteran leadership. Gordon Hayward is not that. Has Gordon Hayward ever went to a championship? Last time Gordon Hayward was popular is back when he cracked his ankle on what was it, Wednesday Night Basketball when Kyrie was with Boston and when LeBron was with the Cavs. He's not veteran leadership. Sorry. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But that's my thoughts. What are yours? What's your predictions on tonight? I mean, we have 2 potential games. We have the Lakers game, which, you know, I was completely wrong on Sunday. But you know what? I believe the Nuggets will end it. But I'll do a video on that on Tuesday in the whole scenario with the Lakers. And who do you guys got winning tonight? Do you guys have the OKC Thunder or do you have the Pelicans? And once again, I don't know if Zion's out, but even if Zion's out, I still don't think that makes a difference. Zion's going to be rusty. The chemistry is going to be off. And I just think, you know, once again, they need to get off of CJ. CJ's just not the guy. CJ's, he's getting into that Klay Thompson, CP3 area where, you know, I mean, to be honest with you, I'd rather have CP3 right now than CJ because at least CP3's been to, at least CP3 brings knowledge. Granted, CP3 chokes like CJ McCollum, but at the same time, he's a way better veteran than CJ McCollum. You know what I'm saying? RJ out.